जय माता दी guys, this is Chief Engineer Praneet Mehta, Merchant Navy Decoded में आप लोगों का स्वागत है. If you really like this channel, please subscribe it because this channel is going to be really informative. And today I've got Mr. Deepak Yadav with me. He is from Haryana, but right now settled in Alwar, Rajasthan. And let us know something about him. So Deepak, tell us something about yourself, please.
Sir, I have done my matriculation from VIP International School, which is in Ahmedabad. Then my senior secondary from Children's Academy in 2016 in Alwar and Rajasthan. Then I pursue my Bachelor of Technology under Rajasthan Technical University from 2016 to 2020 batch. I have done my summer training from National Hydroelectric Power Company, which is a PSU unit of India. In my family, my father is a retired Indian Navy person. My mother is a housewife. And I have a younger sister which is studying in the 7th class. I want to also mention about my hobbies, that is like to traveling, playing chess, cricket, and leadership quality. That's what I have feel in myself because I was selected as a head boy in my college in 2017. I have every aspect of positive attitude towards my life, what I feel. And the second thing is the leadership quality. What I don't like is the behavior, the casual behavior in professional life. So I like the casual behavior where it is required, but if it is not required, then I don't feel so good.
Okay, Deepak, I'll talk to you, but now when you have mentioned about leadership, guys, see, you all need to know two things. First of all, guys, apologies, mera jo camera height is not in sync with what I can see on the screen over here. So kindly bear with that, first of all. So you'll see my eyes wandering because sometimes I'm looking at the camera, sometimes I'm looking at Deepak. So you need to manage that. Second thing, guys, when you talk about leadership over here, remember there are two things. When I talk about Merchant Navy Decoded, that's my YouTube channel, as well as I'm launching my website very soon. The tagline is, let's sail in friendly seas. Let's sail in friendly seas. And guys, when I talk about let's sail in friendly seas, I do not mean कि जहाज तुम्हें समुंदर बहुत अच्छा मिलेगा. What it means is how you can have a good life on board ship, professionally as well as personally. And what matters is two concepts, guys. Number one concept is you need to know your work. That means knowledge is power on ship. So when Deepak said, I do not like casual behavior, neither do I. So when it comes to work, you need to be very, very disciplined, punctual, and very professional when it comes to your work. First thing. Second thing is you need to know how to handle people, how to handle your juniors, how to handle your seniors. And that's called man management. And it comes with time, but always make it a priority. Now, Jai Mata Di, guys, that's from my side. Let's start with Deepak again. Deepak, why Merchant Navy? Why did you choose Merchant Navy as a career?
So Merchant Navy as a career, I want to mention that it's my passion. I do not look up for any career in my life. I only chosen Merchant Navy itself after 12th standard. I did not apply for anything else. My Merchant Navy is not the second priority. It's my first priority because I will get a high salary package, which will I not get in here from any work. It will improve my financial condition. And second thing is respect for the uniform, responsibility at the younger age. And you have a good vacation too. If you want to enjoy the vacation, you must have the money. So I want to mention the money because it is the priority right now for everyone. And for me, the Merchant Navy is the priority. And second thing, which will I get benefit from it is the money. So I will getting both the thing. It's my passion and the money. So that's why my Merchant Navy.
Okay. What is your father?
So my father is retired from Indian Navy. Currently, he is in Merchant Navy too. Joined Merchant Navy.
At what rank is he sailing right now?
He is sailing as a chief cook, sir.
So he must be really proud of your achievement that I am a crew person and my son is going to become an engineer very soon. He must be very proud.
Yes, sir. He is very proud right now.
Very good. I'm really impressed. Which company is he sailing with? If you can disclose.
He is sailing with American Eagle Tankers, sir.
American Eagle Tankers. Okay, wow, very good. So when you said you want to join Merchant Navy, wasn't he against ki nahi, Merchant Navy join mat karo, don't join Merchant Navy, go for some other options? Because normally what happens is if a father is into a particular profession, he knows all the positives and negatives about that profession. So then he says, nahi,
Yes,
nahi,
sir.
don't join this, go for something else. What was his reaction?
So my father says that there is positive and negative in every field. There is risk in every field. So why don't merchant navy? If you are getting a very good settled life for the further in future, so you should join it. And my father guided it to me.
So he must be
I was
really
a good
proud.
scholar person. I was a good scholar person, so my father guided me for the engineer post. So that's why I have done my engineering.
Very good, very good. I'm really impressed. And please give a hearty congratulations from my side to your father. और माता रानी करे तुम जिंदगी में बहुत बहुत कामयाब बनो और उनका नाम बहुत अच्छे लेवल पे रोशन करो. This is from my side. Very well done. बहुत बढ़िया. I'm really impressed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Deepak, chalo let's put the personal aspects aside and let's come to the other part. So, what all
Yes,
companies
sir,
did
sure.
you apply for in Merchant Navy for your GME thing?
Sir, after the completion of 7th semester, I started looking up for the merchant navy. So I applied for the Anglo Eastern in the FAB, IMS Goa, and the Great Eastern. I applied for the three companies.
Okay, so you appeared for all three companies interview and written exams, or was there some hiccup?
No, sir, I appear for all the three written exams, but not for the Great Eastern interview. But because it was clashing with my university exam of the final semester, and I did not fill the eligibility criteria because of the last semester provisional mark sheet. Due to this corona pandemic, my last semester got delayed. So that was the problem. So I leave it. I leave the Great Eastern.
But you cleared the online test for all three colleges, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I clear the online test for all the three colleges.
So very good. I'm impressed. So यार मुझे थोड़ा please idea दो because there are so many viewers out here who are struggling with their online test itself. How should they prepare for this online test actually? How should they prepare for their online test?
Sir, I want to mention clearly that the online test which is going to happen is the MCQ type. So you have to study the theory portion, but try to concentrate on the MCQ part also. Try to tick the MCQ because the MCQ option that are four options which are looking same to each other. So how you will answer to it if you don't have the practice of the MCQ? So the basic idea behind clear the written test is to theory the you have to read the theory if you want to answer the MCQ. But the next level is to I have also tried the 5000 MCQ book by RS Khurmi. The online PDF is available. You have to Google it and you can download the PDF. So you have to target that book. And second thing, there are many good websites also of the MCQ. So you can mark up the MCQ there also.
Like, can you name a few websites for these students?
So the two website I was looking for was India Bix and the Exam Veda.
But
The
as far
two
as
are the good.
okay, sorry
The
to
two
interrupt.
are both the good. No sir, no problem.
But there are these websites have got some wrong answers as well, as far as I know. How is RS Kurmi as book? Your network is. How is RS Kurmi? Are the answers right over there? Because in India Bix and Exam Veda, I found some answers to be wrong as well. What about RS
Yes
Kurmi?
sir, yes sir. Sir, if you have studied the proper theory, then you will answer it properly. You don't have to look at the answer. But 95% it is correct, RS Kurmi. It is a standard book and it is correct, sir.
Okay, guys. So we'll take a tip from Deepak Yadav. I think practicing 5,000 MCQs is more than sufficient. You don't have to go to look for any other websites or something. Let's see whether it works or not, and we'll keep changing our pattern over here as more and more students come over here. But recommendation from Deepak Yadav is RS Khurmi, India Bix, and Exam Veda. What I would suggest is go for one book, that is RS Khurmi right now, because 5,000 MCQ practice with your theoretical knowledge. What Deepak wants to say is कि अपने basics पे काम करो, answer रटने से काम नहीं चलेगा. When you get a question and you mark the answer, you should know कि why you have ticked that answer and why you have rejected other three as well. Am I right, Deepak?
Yes, sir. Absolutely right, sir.
So if you know your basics right, even if you do 2000 MCQs properly, even if you do 1000 MCQs properly, guys, nobody can stop you from clearing your online test. Am I right, Deepak?
Yes, sir. Absolutely right, sir.
So guys, let's take it from here. Jai Mata Di, मेहनत शुरू करो. take proper guidelines, work on RS Khurmi, do proper. कोई question आता है, if you do not understand, work on its basic, go through the online whatever you can see anywhere and find out why this is the correct answer and why the other three are not the correct answers as well, and that is where you build your concepts, right Deepak?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's come to the online interview, Deepak. Now Deepak, I want to this is for everyone guys, ki now Deepak has been selected in actually both. I want Deepak to say that. So Deepak, what was your result with IMS Go and Anglo first of all?
So I was selected in the final merit list by both the companies.
Very, very good. Now, guys, this is something you ought to know. I've got a candidate who was selected in Anglo as well as in IMS Go, and he cracked not just the online test but also the interview part for both these companies, both the colleges, right? Now,
Yes.
one thing more, Deepak has also been selected in one of the best shipping companies of the world through IMS Goa. Definitely, I cannot mention out here on YouTube over here. And also, he's been selected by AMA. It depends on Deepak what he wants to select, and what he'll select, that it stays with him as of now. We are not going to discuss that on the social media platform right now, but yes, we are going to discuss the online platform about the interview right now. So Deepak, you do not have to mention particularly like what was asked in IMS Goa or what was asked in Anglo. You will mix
Yes.
all the questions and just give us a platter of a lot of questions being asked in the interview, and then you can tell us what you answered as well. So let's start, Deepak.
Sir, in interview, they will first ask you about the personal questions. Where did you study? About your family background. But the main agenda behind the interview is your technical knowledge. All the thing is going is to check your English, but the main reason behind the interview will be your knowledge of the technical. So I will start from the IC engine portion, then we will cover the RAC, then boiler, and then the pump portion. There are the four portion which I have divided the question. So I will
Okay.
start from the IC engine, sir. So the first question that was put up to me, sir, was the parts of diesel engine. So I mentioned the different parts to them, and they were certified, like the cylinder block, cylinder head, piston, connecting rod, crank, and the flywheel. So they were satisfied, and no more cross questioning happened to that portion. The second question was, sir, what is scavenging? So I told them about the scavenging, as the exhaust gas are removed from the cylinder portion with the fresh charge by inlet valve opening and the outlet valve also opening, which will help to improve the internal condition of the engine by cooling it down with the fresh air. And if you want to achieve the good efficiency, we should have the good fuel supply also. So that's why I've mentioned the scavenging portion. Then there was a valve overlapping also. Then they asked me about the what is rocker arm, where it is situated, and what is the function of rocker arm. So I told them about the rocker arm is the oscillating lever which transfer the linear motion to the radial motion, and it is situated in the valve mechanism. So next cross question was that how does the valve mechanism works. So I told them about from the camshaft to the valve opening, like we have the push rod, rocker arm, and then the poppet valve. There are the different function. The lifter which lifts the push rod, the push rod then transform the motion to the rocker arm. The rocker arm takes the motion linear from the push rod and then the radial motions, and it controls the opening and closing of the valves. So the main and the most important question which I have been asked to the many of the students, that the marine gas exhaust turbocharger, they ask about it. The marine gas exhaust turbocharger, they ask about it to everyone, maybe to the everyone, because it is the important question. So I told them about the marine exhaust gas turbocharger too, that the components like turbine, compressor, intercooler, and the main engine. How then they put the next question: how does it work? Can you explain me the working of the marine gas exhaust turbocharger? Then I explain the working of marine exhaust turbocharger. Just I want to give the rough idea out there that the power, that the high pressure and high temperature which is coming out from the engine, we take it to the turbine blade, As it is expands, thus the turbine rotates. As the turbine rotates, the compressor and the turbine are mounted on the same shaft. So as the turbine rotates, it also moves the compressor. The compressor function is to compress the air from the atmosphere from low pressure to high pressure simply. Then the intercooler is provided out there to increase the density of the air. The more the density, more the volume, sir. So we will have the higher efficiency and the higher power output. Then my IC engine portion was covered out. But the one question from the IC engine was also there that the crankshaft is rotating at the 100 rpm. In four-stroke engine, the crankshaft is rotating at the 100 rpm. What will be the RPM of the camshaft in four-stroke engine? And then the same question for the two-stroke engine. So I mentioned both the answer. In the four-stroke engine, we will have the half of the speed. In two-stroke engine, we will have the same RPM of the camshaft and the crankshaft. The IC engine portion is cover up from my interview. This was the question from the IC engine. Then
Very
they
good.
will move to the refrigeration and the air conditioning, RAC, sir. So in RAC, they first asked me about the vapor compression refrigeration system, VCRS cycle. They first told me two component of the VCRS like compressor, condenser, expansion valve, and evaporator. Then they told me the working where the cooling effect is produced. The cooling effect is produced in the evaporator. Then they cross question me the how does it work and just tell me in the series where, of the component. For first was the condenser from sorry sir. First was the compressor portion. In compression portion, the low pressure and low temperature vapor is coming from the evaporator after the cooling effect is produced. As I told, the compressor function is to compress. So compressor does it into the high pressure and high temperature vapor. Condenser is to change the into the liquid vapor into the liquid by cooling. So it changes the high pressure high temperature into the liquid. Then the expansion valve function is to regulate the required amount of coolant in the evaporator and to reduce the pressure also. As by the pressure reduces, as the temperature also reduces. So P and T are directly proportional to each other. This was the thing I mentioned to the interviewer. Then he was happy saying that it is very good. And the next question was the refrigerant which are used in the marine industry right now. They asked me the refrigerant which are used in the marine industry right now. So I told them that the refrigerant which are used is R404A, R407C, R410A. So they were quite good. Then they were telling me that most frequently used refrigerant. What was the most frequently used refrigerant? Then I told them R134A was the most frequently used refrigerant. Then they were okay with that portion. Then they moved to the boiler portion. They asked me about the what is boiler mainly. So I told them it is a closed vessel which is used to boil the water into the steam, and the steam is further used for the processes. So they told me to mention the mountings and the accessories. So I mentioned the mounting and the accessories, and no further cross question happened over there. They moved to the last portion was the pump. Though they asked me about what is pump and the classification of pumps, centrifugal pumps, then the uses, sir. They don't know asking about the working, the parts of the centrifugal pump. I mentioned all the parts, but he was not satisfied. So he asked me again, ki one part is remaining. So I concentrate and I told them that is shaft. I forgot to mention the shaft on which the impeller is mounted. So they were also good. Say okay, okay, good, good, very good. So the next thing they asked me about was the reciprocating uses, the practical use of reciprocating pump in our daily life. So I was used to tell them that that is a hand pump, which is used the reciprocating pump type. So my interview was all good. Lastly, they said to me was good, good technical knowledge, good English, and wish you all the best for your medicals. And looking forward to your November batch or maybe another batch which is going to happen.
Very good, very good, very good. So this is regarding one company, one college, or regarding combined, you have combined all the questions from both the colleges?
I have combined all the question of both the colleges.
Very
One
good.
question which is left, which is coming to mind, is the not the easy question, I think, for the GME applying student. That is the pH of boiler water, which is used in marine industry on the ships. So I was not able to answer it, but did not say कि I don't know about it. I said, sir, it may be basically a basic above 7.5, because if it is acidic, then it will cause a corrosion. So it will not be a acidic in the nature. It will be basic in the nature. So they were very impressed about this answer.
Okay, chalo, when you put this question, you found it difficult. So I'll definitely answer this question, guys. See, pH is, if it is less than 7, it is acidic. If it is more than 7, it is basic. If it is 7, it is neutral. The water that we drink on board ships should also be not just neutral, should slightly be basic. That's why we add minerals into it. So around 7.5, around 8 should be the pH of the water, fresh water that we are drinking on board. Now, when it comes to water, that is boiler water, the pH should be around 10. pH is normally around 10. Okay. If the boiler water is acidic, it will cause acidic corrosion. And if the boiler water is too basic, then it causes caustic corrosion. Say if it is around 14, like fully basic, full potassium hydroxide is over there, then it causes caustic corrosion. So it should not be acidic. The right pH is around 10. Copy it, guys. And regularly on boiler, we do boiler water tests. They are carried out daily basis. We check the chlorides, we check the pH, we check the P alkalinity, we check the total alkalinity, and all those things. Well, guys, I made a lot of videos this time on board ship, and I'll be sharing them soon as well, so that even before you join board ship, you know what boiler is, how the mountings look like, what is pH, how do we carry out the boiler water test and everything. So don't worry. And as far as Deepak Yadav's interview is concerned, guys, don't just follow his pattern. See, what happened was Deepak answered a lot of questions and the expectations might have been less. And the way he answered, they were very impressed. Say the pH question was asked and none of the people other were even able to talk about acidic corrosion. And suddenly Deepak turns up and he says, sir, acidic corrosion nahi hona chahiye. I do not know the right answer though. I would have been impressed. I would have selected any damn day. So understand one thing. This is a competition, guys. So when you come over here, it does not matter ki how good you are. It also matters ki how others are, how good others are, and how well your interview has been. So please work hard. And also second thing is, guys, don't just follow Deepak's answers particularly. अच्छा दीपक ने बोल दिया रॉकर हम ऐसे मूव करता तो जय माता दी इतना ही बोलेंगे, नहीं चलेगा. दीपक वाज लकी कि उसे क्रॉस क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा कि 4 स्ट्रोक और 2 स्ट्रोक के अंदर 4 स्ट्रोक के अंदर हाफ हो जाता है, 2 स्ट्रोक के अंदर हाफ नहीं होता. व्हाई? So if your basics are clear, then only you will be able to answer. Because Deepak had answered 2 cross questions very good, so he was not further asked any cross questions. It can work that way. So remember one thing, बहुत कुछ आना चाहिए और अच्छे से आना चाहिए. So now Deepak, how did you prepare for your interview? Now you have cleared your interview, you have told us all the questions, but my next question is, how did you prepare for your GME interview?
Sir, I looked up for the various interview videos on YouTube, but I didn't find well. But there was one video from GMDI Academy, so I look up to there. So I was thinking that there is one problem that is coming is to delivery. Everyone knows the technical knowledge. Maybe most of the people knows the technical knowledge well, but they are don't up to deliver the question when the interview is asking. They are don't deliver to their answer. So I prepared from my side and asking me about the question, then giving me to the answer. I was self-prepared. As you want to say, I was self-centered to myself. I didn't give any mock interview test or nothing like that. Self-questioning and self-asking, looking at up to your mirror. So that's the main thing.
Which interview did you watch? That Amit wala, jiske andar I am taking live interview of Amit on
Yes,
the table.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
Amit Chauhan, maybe.
Amit Chauhan, yeah, he's in Great Eastern and he's a very, very fine student, guys. I have made a lot of videos on board ship this time and I am sending him those videos and we are evaluating on daily basis that it can help you guys to know how things work on ship, and even he could not deliver well. And if he would have gone for any other shipping company, he would have definitely got selected. So guys, but again, Praneeth Mehta cannot conduct so many interviews, right? So I can conduct maybe one interview per week. But what Deepak said makes complete sense. Self assessment, कि शीशे के सामने, stand in front of a mirror, ask yourself a question, answer that question, and then see what is your mirror, your image in mirror can ask you a cross question, and then answer that. And guys, that is the best thing that you can do. Well, Deepak, I'm really impressed with what you can say is your self motivation, कि you did not need any help. अगर कोई करना चाहता है, if someone wants something to if someone wants something desperately, it will happen if you have that willpower, guys. And I really appreciate Deepak's willpower, Deepak. And one thing I want to say again, you are going to join a unique field. Remember two things again. Let's sail in friendly seas, and if you have to sail in friendly seas, remember two things. Number one, knowledge is power. Deliver your best when you are on ship, when you are in college. Work with your hands. Learn as much as possible. Second thing, learn to manage people. Learn to live with your colleagues, with your friends. Learn to live well with your juniors, who are crew members, and also with your seniors. You should manage. You should be a good manager from a very early age. Copy it, guys. Copy it, Deepak.
Yes, sir.
Deepak, I was really impressed. Once again, before ending this interview, hearty congratulations to your father. क्योंकि at the end of the day हमारे माता पिता ही होते हैं जो हमें बनाते हैं. उनकी मेहनत बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है. एंड जब जो बन जाओ, ये मैं अपने आप को भी हर दिन रिमाइंड देता हूँ, तुम्हें भी देता हूँ, माता पिता की सेवा करेंगे तो जीवन में बहुत आगे बढ़ेंगे, बहुत आशीर्वाद मिलेगा. ये मैं गालियां खाता रहता हूँ अपने पिताजी से और फिर भी ये चीज बोलता रहता हूँ, because at the end of this is very very important. Chalo, thank you Deepak, thank you very much. It was really a good interview, and may God bless you. And one more thing, whenever you have any difficulty or in college on board ship, Praneeth Mehta is just a call away. Praneeth Mehta,
Yes, sir.
Chief
Thank
Engineer,
you,
is
sir.
just a call away. Always remember that. Thank you very much. I am indebted that you came on Merchant Navy Decoded to help these guys. Thank you very much. Thank you Deepak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Take care.
Bye,
Bye.
sir. Thank you, sir.